Hi, I thought we'd come together and use acrylic paints to do a flower pour. I often get that question, can you use acrylic paints? Yes, you can use them to color resin. You just don't want to use a lot. I'm using Craft Resin. It's a 1-to-1 lower viscosity resin. I've mixed up 7 ounces. I put about 1 ounce in this cup for my mica powder and then divided the rest amongst the other cups. I am using for my mica powder, chameleon powder. It's just an off-brand from Amazon. I'm just going to put a little on my stick and then pop it into my cup. I did paint the edge of the mold with this new mica powder I'm using from Dianca Pours. It's called Prism. It's very, very pretty. I just used a makeup brush to paint it. I probably should have used it as my mica powder, but I wanted some more shimmer color because I am using kind of dark colors or not such fun colors. All right, so in my first cup, I think I'm going to use this navy blue. It's just an off-brand I got from Amazon. It's a big set of colors. I'm going to start with 2 drops. It is heavy. I would not use a lot. Give it a good mix up because it's going to get opaque fast. I think it works with the flower pour because the weight doesn't matter as much. You're going to do the heavy white. I don't know how it would work with a Larimar pour, but for this, oh, that looks pretty transparent though, right? That looks pretty good. I'm just debating, wow, did I need another drop? No, I'm just going to stick with that. Then I'd have just this earth brown, same collection, doing the same 2 drops. It is kind of tricky to do the drops because, you know, it's the pour spout, but it works. Just have to make sure they're mixed in well. They're a little trickier to mix in because they're thicker. And this one you could see is turning a little bit more opaque faster. All right. And now for our white, I am using CastinCraft and I'm going to use 12 drops. I need to do another order for CastinCraft because I'm getting low. I only order it from craft stores. I don't do it from Amazon because theirs is so expensive. It's like twice the amount that I would pay from a craft store. Again, just making sure I mix it in well, no stringy lines. While I was doing that, I decided one more drop of the blue. I did like the bluer edge, so I want the blue to be prominent. That's why I'm doing another drop. All right, let's see. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let me just stand up so I can center my pour a bit, and I just remembered I didn't grab my bits, so I'm going to grab those while I'm up. All right. So I'm going to pour some blue in first. Then I'm going to pour some mica powder. Almost all of the mica powder, but not completely. Then some of our brown. Just going to move things out of my way. I am going to use a piping bag for the white, just because it's easier for me. If you pour really well from a cup, use the cup. decent sized tip off of it. And then I'm going to run around close to the edge, sort of where the mica powder and blue meet. I'm going to do 3 circles. And I'm going to go back to my colors again. I'm going to do some blue, not all of the blue because I want to save some for the final push. And I'm going to do the rest of the mica powder. And the rest of our brown. And then you see where the blue meets the brown from the previous pour. That is where I'm going to go start my line again, or circle rather. And again, I'm going to do 3. Now I'm going to go where the mica hits the brown. And do another 3. I do want the white to be heavy. So this next step I do because it also helps the white be heavy in my other spots. So I'm going to start a spiral in the center. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've seen me do this before. And I just continue across everything I've already done. Let's push it up a little further in my bag. All right, that is it with the white. Then our final push. And some bits. You know, that blue ended up looking more purple than I thought it would. So I have some bits I think work with that. They're more purplish blue. Find what I did with my scoop. Here it is. Pop those dark bits in the center. Let them fall to where they need to be. Just looking for my little thing to push them down, but I've lost everything. It's going down anyway. All right, I'm gonna give it a little shot of heat. I'm gonna wait about 10 minutes. I'll give it another shot of heat, and I am using my Resiner's G3 Fast Cure machine today. So in about 2.5 hours, this will be completely done, and we'll be back to take a look at it. See you then. All right, it's time to check this out, see how it came out. The back looks pretty good. Let's see if all our colors worked together. I started second guessing the blue edge, but you never know. You never know. All right, the moment of truth. Oh, wow. You know, it looks super purple. So I am glad that I didn't do the blue center. It is very heavy with the color, and the mica powder, I think, saves it a bit because it's just so shimmery. I don't really see a lot of brown. I don't know if my blue and my brown turns into purple, but it's cool looking. It's cool looking. Look at the edge. Look at the colors. It is very cool. I like it almost as much as my Purple Passion. Not quite as much, but obviously there's a theme that I absolutely adore, purple. But that is very cool looking. It worked out well. Maybe a little lighter on the colors, and maybe picking out some better colors that aren't going to combine like these two did.